Listen, I'd love to just start off on, we just said it, I think it's 129,000 roughly. Coin, average price of 30,700. Spent about $4 billion on it.
Spent about $4 billion on it. Spent about $4 billion on it. Bitcoin is worthless artificial.
Within a decade, crypto and blockchain technology will be the 12th sector in this future.
Bitcoin doesn't have any value in and of itself. It's not backed up by anything.
Are we going to stop it? There's only one way to stop it. Raise interest rates right now.
The main point is that we are not buying this dip because it's not a dip.
As the baby bulls await the confirmation of the biggest reversal pattern Bitcoin has seen in years, do the baby bulls have the strength to give the baby bears a 1-2 skidoo right up their magoo? And as we discussed at length yesterday, the exact breakout target price for this Adam and Eve double D bottom reach around reversal pattern is gigantic, as Bitcoin continues to climb closer and closer to its tipping point. But what exactly happens if Bitcoin truly does make a move to this level? I promise, you'll be left gaping once you see this. I'm your host, Skit Skidoo, and Bitcoin is right now on the verge of something ginormous. And we're going to be taking a look at this as potentially the winds of change are happening around the world, as Bitcoin saw one of the biggest dump episodes of all time over these last 8 months. And with everybody on the planet calling for 10, 12, 14,000 or even lower per Bitcoin, what are the chances that this premature Bitcoin top that we saw at 69,000, nice, will also be followed by a premature bottom, potentially shaking out the baby bears once and for all. So you guys in this channel, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, turn on those ghost notifications as well. If you're interested in any bonuses, make sure to check out all the links below. In addition to earning free ADA, you also earn Ape Society by staking with our pool below. It takes 2 or 3 minutes. All the links how to do that are in the description. And if you're interested in any trading bonuses, all of those are in the description as well, over 16,000. And potentially, this is one of those golden opportunities where I'm not missing out on trading, and I am definitely not missing out on just, I've been accumulating with what I had at these levels. As, again, in my opinion, whether we go to 10K or not, these current prices are a steal. And if you've been in crypto for 5+ years, it goes against everything. If you look at these prices, it goes against everything you should have learned if you look at these prices and think, I'm going to shy away from this. No, these opportunities, that's it. These are opportunities. So without any further ado, let's jump in. Unbelievable. As we talked about yesterday, this Adam and Eve double D reversal reach around pattern is gigantic, and we've been inching and squinching closer and closer over the last 2 days. And we're now, at this very second, about $1,000 away from the level where if we can concretely break above, whether we just shoot past it and have a back test, or just shoot past it, or get up to it, struggle for a little bit and go up, whatever, if all of those moves to the upside happen, again, this could be a trade setup for a lifetime. And so again, that's one of the reasons I'm very, very, very excited about this. But before we continue with that as well, we see the DXY continuing to climb. And if we go to the daily chart, is it up today? Okay, it's still kind of just inching up a little bit. I believe we saw the pound increase in price today as Boris Johnson is resigning. So again, that's kind of like a little surprise event. I don't think it's going to impact the markets insanely big, but keep in mind, everybody's expecting everything to just be insanely dumpy for the next 2 years. And I just think that a catalyst to negate some of that dumpiness is it should be anticipated, because right now everybody on the planet is more bearish than unimaginable, right? They're basically expecting a doomsday scenario. Which could it happen? Yes, but we also have to realize when everything looks really, 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 really dumpy, maybe take a chance on betting maybe it won't be. Just like when everything was really, really, really pumpy for the past 2 years, we got one of the biggest dumps of all time, okay? So that happens in reverse as well. But the SPX is actually having a little move, breaking above the 21-day moving average for the first time in about a month right here. Actually, about 2 months, a month and a half. And again, if we're able to break above the 50, that'll be the very first time since we really began this downtrend, this bear market. So again, we're going to be watching that because Bitcoin's heavily correlated to it. But if we look here on Bitcoin's monthly chart as well, we saw this massive momentum swing, and we've been watching this for a long time. But one thing, again, you notice is just like in the bear market of 2018, where keep in mind, we also printed an Adam and Eve double bottom reversal pattern right here, okay? Similar to like what we might be doing right now. Keep that in mind. Right at the 50-month moving average, right exactly where we're at right now. Actually, in fact, we're below this. So yes, it has gotten pretty dumpy. All I'm trying to say is, I think we've gotten dumped on enough to where it makes sense to get a little bit of a pump. But anyway, once you see this MACD start to curve over here, when you first saw it kind of peak out, kind of like, if we would analyze these two and compare them, what happened on the next month when we finally started to see a little bit of a change in momentum? Well, Bitcoin went from 3,000 to about, 4,000, which is a big percentage move back then, but that began a rally from 3,000 to 14,000, or about 13,000 in the middle of a bear market. Okay, so a massive swing. That's about over a 200, actually 300% pump when we saw that momentum swing over the last few months. However, we were still considered to be in a bear market. So basically, Bitcoin and altcoins. Bitcoin had a 300% move to the upside during a bear market, and some altcoins had way bigger pumps. I remember watching this back then. Some altcoins were going absolutely nuts. Then it started going down a little bit, but then we had the, March of 2020, which we all know what happened there. But then we did end up going into a strong bull market. Point is, we see this momentum flip a little bit. It can happen at any moment. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, coincidentally, the same amount here. Could we see this momentum shift this month? Very interesting. We see that start to happen. We could easily see Bitcoin at 28,000 by, this month. We could see July close out at something like 28 or 30,000. Next thing you know, 2 months from now, we could be at much higher prices. So again, not guaranteed at all, but all I'm saying is we have gotten dumped on a lot, and that is absolutely, for me, it makes a lot of sense. Okay, I'm just not going to be shocked if it happens. We've seen it happen so many times. It's hard for people that are new to the space to believe things like that happen. But the longer you've watched it, then it almost seems like it's guaranteed. Although it's not, it seems like it's guaranteed. Yeah, again, we've seen this momentum continue to swing on the daily chart. We're actually about to get this bullish cross on the 3-day chart. As we talked about yesterday, we're seeing this momentum swing back over. And I personally think that a move to 27 or 28,000 is very, very possible. At which point I'm going to be taking profit on some of the trades that I've had open since, Bitcoin around 19,000, some of those prices. Some of my trades did not go good on the way down, but absolutely I've been trading since we hit 17 and 18, right? I have positions from those levels just because I think it would be silly, right? I think that's missing a gigantic opportunity to not believe Bitcoin's going to have at least some sort of bounce. Just my opinion, not financial advice, but again, I think it would be silly for me not to do a position like that at those low price levels. Not just Bitcoin, I have a lot of positions with other altcoins as well, because again, altcoins have been completely dominated. With that being said, it looks as though Bitcoin's price is rising a little bit as I'm recording this, but 22,000 is the key level to watch. If Bitcoin is able to get up there and then break above that, again, I personally think that's one of the best trading opportunities we've seen, and by far potentially the best long Bitcoin opportunity we've seen in over 8 months. So that's what I'm most excited about, because people have just been piling on shorts this entire downtrend, and it has benefited them as they've been doing that. But that does come to an end eventually. And the big question is, is this the end where at least we'll see some sort of relief? And as well, Bitcoin right now, we saw strong consolidation at 20K. Cannot go on forever. Triangle primed to break to upside or downside, but RSI bullish divergence, says venture founder, a contributor to Crypto Quant. Basically, breaking above 21.7 is a higher high, and they're saying that's bullish. And I'm saying 22, so a little bit above that. But we also see the Bollinger Bands narrowing, a classic prelude to a trend taking shape. So we see this happen before big moves, and I personally think the next big move is going to be to the upside. So you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, turn on those ghost notifications to never miss these absolute time-sensitive alerts. As well, if you're interested in any earning ADA with our pool for over about roughly 5 more months now, everybody who's been staked has been earning this via drip drops. You just claim it every epoch on drip drops, but you'll also earn Ape Society tokens. And additionally, Ape Society tweeted this 2 days ago, apes are number 5 here on Cardano for NFTs, so gigantic, right? valuable project. It's one of the top projects on Cardano. So if you're interested in getting those free tokens, make sure to just, you know, stick with our pool. But if you are interested in any trading bonuses, there are tutorials in the description as well as over $16,000 in bonuses. These are times where if you're not accumulating or trading, I don't know, that's just what I'm doing, and I think it's a huge opportunity, right? Moments like this are where the opportunity is. Do you see everyone talking about crypto? No. In fact, the only people talking about crypto are basically saying it's a scam. And when it's doing this is where I've made the most money. Look in the comments below. It's usually people saying, like, again, the same thing you hear all the time. And I don't really get cocky in bear markets, and I try not to get cocky in bull markets. But at the end of the day, when those people are saying those negative things, they did that to me in 2018 and 2019 as well. And then I ended up having more money than I knew what to do with. And I was kind of just blown away, like, wow, I had a goal, and then I surpassed that goal like really early on. And then I was just like shocked, right? So that can happen to you, but you need to pretty much go against what the babies in the comments are saying. Without any further ado, it's free.